Yo, what up? What's going on? Just setting up here for a second. Sorry for the extra noise. It's like we had a lot of snow, so it's just like just all melting right now. Just gonna... oh yeah. We definitely knew all this was coming. Um, I mean, we called it. I called it. Some of you called it. It was just so blatantly obvious, you know. Yeah. I actually was planning to. I was actually planning to make a video on it, but I just couldn't really do it at the moment. So I decided just to hop online. In my new setup, I'm kind of have like a new setup going on here, trying to change up my recording sessions and whatnot. So got a green screen. It's kind of messy in the background, but it is what it is for now. And again, noises. I got my dogs in the background and some cats, and it's not raining. All the snow's melting, so there's just like a lot of noises going on right now. Yeah, it does suck for the kids. It really does suck for the kids. Again, like when it comes to criticizing their relationship, like I don't really want bad things to happen to them, like within the relationship. I'd much rather them stick together for the kids because fatherless homes is we all know how that works. It sucks for kids not to have a father or at least two parents. Hey, what's going on? Sharon. Oh, hey, Sharon. There you go. But I don't think anyone actually wishes for Oscar and Kira to break up and to leave the kids with like this situation because it's always bad not to have two parents, but in all reality they're very toxic for each other, and that can also create like a toxic household. Yeah, there's a big noise. I think a branch just broke. But anyways, it creates this toxicity just all around. So it's like it's toxic if he leaves. It's toxic if he stays. To be honest, it might be better if he does leave because maybe that will bring something better. As long as he stays present for the kids, then it's all good. Sometimes when people leave their homes and they leave their children, that's it. They just like ditch out on them. But hopefully that's not the case here. Let me go back to these comments. Let's see. I left my Discord chat for this. Yeah. I wanted to create like a video, but some circumstances didn't let me. But I will be creating a whole video on this tonight. It's actually windy right now. One second. Yeah, there you go. It's actually I'm actually going to create a video on it tonight. I was going to create more of a reaction type of video, but I just couldn't do it. But I will be working on a video on it tonight to continue on my series that these people weren't forever. And we were right. I was right. We like literally made video after video on it, and I just been spammed with people telling me that like, dude, you called it. Dude, you're right. We knew this was coming. It was extremely obvious. Oh yeah. Exactly, and I had people in my other video, my OKbaby is Not Forever Part 2, and they were saying that that after watching the breakup video, they came and watched my Part 2 OKbaby is Not Forever video, and they're like, I didn't see these things before. They're there, and some people just choose to ignore them until something happens, and they're like, oh, maybe then he was right. Man, okay, but let's talk about Kira being the chill one. She looks too happy and wondering if there's someone else involved. Okay, so I don't know anything about if there was another dude. I know that she said that she was talking to somebody else, and like that could like literally nothing. But when it comes to Kira being happy, and I'm gonna make this a point in my actual video. Kira is happy because a weight has been lifted off her. She finally had the courage to do what she's always wanted to do. She couldn't do this before, but now she wants to do it. It's insane. To be honest, I'm probably just as shocked as Oscar. I didn't think she had it in her because she dealt with it for so long, and you can see in videos about how torn she was about being with them. I mean, I remember on like her personal channel, she was talking about how lucky she is, and you could like be with them, and then here she is like saying the opposite. Especially with Kira's attempt at a thirst trap. Yeah, you know, and so like I'm not shaming anybody for like wanting to do that. Like if Kira wants to do like an OnlyFans, it's like whatever. I think it's kind of gross, only because like her name is just so based around children. So like if she's wants to wear some like some like sexy clothes or whatever, and she's feeling confident in her body, that's completely fine. I don't have an issue with her posting those things, especially because it's on Instagram. But if she's gonna start dabbling in like other websites, it's kind of like, well, maybe you shouldn't because your name is just based around children in your family. I just think it's really weird to go from family vlogging to, I don't know, fucking your bean. Like, it's just so off-putting to me. They'll get back together when Kira gets over herself and realizes that dating pool isn't as she thinks. Well, to be fair, when you think about it, she also has 4 children, so it's kind of like you would have to find somebody who would actually want to like deal with that, because not a lot of people, and especially men, don't want to take on somebody else's children. And then on top of that, like a lot of her time is going to be dedicated to vlogging and to her business and to her podcast and just among other things. So I don't know if she'll get back with Oscar, but finding someone else is definitely going to be a little rough for her, for sure. I know she's been over the relationship for a while, so maybe that's why. Oh yeah, she's happy because she's just done with it. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a video where they talked about how they broke up, but they got back together. But it kind of blew my wig off that it was like, dude, we're done. I mean, he's sleeping in a different room, and on top of that, like the way they're talking about it, it seems like there's no plan to get back together at all. Already talking about sleeping with someone else. Yeah, exactly. Well, it was pretty weird because like it was like probably shortly after she broke up with him. I mean, that's why he went to like a strip club or whatever. She was like giving him advice on like how to sleep with other women, and that's just extremely weird. Like she's done with him. That's just what it sounds like. She's done. Finito. There's nothing else going on. Like that's it. And I don't know. It's a little weird that she's giving him advice on how to like meet or like sleep with other women. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just so weird to see her do that after so long of so much shit. She wants Oscar to first, so she wants another baby. Well, I mean, there's a lot of chicks who wants another baby. It's, baby fever or whatever. But, I know she mentioned that or something, but it's just kind of weird. She can't. She's lucky to get her 4th. She needs to like cut her lot. She needs to like stop while she's winning because she had her miscarriage, and then she luckily got her rainbow baby, but like you don't want to risk that with another one. I mean, don't pull a Karen, even though Karen's faking it, but I digress. She really wants another baby, just not one with Oscar. Like again, let's not forget about her problems because of the C-sections. But I will agree that Oscar didn't want any other babies. He just wanted like 2, and she wanted 6, and they meant to do 4. Okay. Sorry for the wind out there. We got like tarps around. He looks so distraught and sad. To be honest, I don't really think he's sad or distraught. What I believe, in my opinion, because I know narcissism. I know sociopaths. I've been around them long enough. I've dealt with them long enough to see what's going on. And he's not sad about the breakup. He's sad because of his own selfish whatever, it could be based around money. And he, in the video, was talking worried about money, like what are they going to do about the financials? Because, to be frank, if they do break up, majority of the money pulls from Kira and the kids, not Oscar. Oscar does a lot of the vlogging, but if they're split up and they're done, and let's say Oscar moves out or whatever, their money, the money will be going to them and not Oscar, because Oscar's not interesting. I'm surprised to go for her. Oh yeah, very surprised. Kira and Karen haven't been friends for a while. Yeah, and I know she mentioned something recently, I believe. What was it? Oh, no. It wasn't mentioned. It was just me noticing something like Oscar going down to Florida was like the third time visiting Karen and Kwa, and it was also the fourth time doing and like going on vacation like with Kwa or whatever. Yet Kira hasn't seen Karen in years. But apparently they're still friends. But again, I'm selling because I'm on pre-workout right now, by the way. But Kira pushed out for the longest time that her and Oscar were Gucci, that they were just fine. Yet, here they are admitting something completely different. So when she says that her and Karen are still friends, she was also saying her and Oscar were just fine. So how do we know she's not lying to us about her friendship with Karen? Plus, she said that even if there was drama with Karen, that she wouldn't actually say it and that she would deny it. Because she doesn't want to stir up drama. It's literally there in your face. Literally. Yes, because Karen took something that Kira said too personal when it wasn't even about her. To be honest, like, when it came to, like, Karen, and, like, to be honest, I think what ruined the relationship between Karen and Kira was based around the miscarriages. To be honest, I think that Kira watched my videos and I made sense of a lot of things, and because after I made those videos, all of a sudden all this stuff starts, their friendship starts to teeter. I'm not taking credit for it, but that destroyed the friendship because that's what even my goal. But the point is that Kira, I think, opened her eyes to Karen's bullshit and doesn't want to talk to her. And that's just what it is. And it's just simple as that. Alright, I gotta scroll up a little bit. The breakup video. Why they smiling? I gotta go watch. The reason why they're smiling is because, well, Oscar's not so much smiling, but he's just feeling sorry for himself. Kira is just giddy though. She's happy, and you know what? Good for her. It can be reversed, but still, yeah, true. Kira, yeah, no, I really know that. I gotta find where I'm at. She says she's been checked out for the relationship for a year. She knew it was coming. Well, you know what's funny? She says that, right? But in October, I believe, and earlier in March last year, so not even a year ago, they pushed out like 2 different videos talking about the relationship and talking about their ups and downs and like how they almost broke up and this and that, right? So it's like you've been checked out, but you had these other times where you act like you're perfectly fine, but you're talking about other breakups. But this time you're acting like none of those exist. It's just so weird. It's so weird. Their relationship seems so toxic. Yep, it's pretty sad. Also, it's harsh that their kids will be able to see that video someday. Yeah, and I agree. I mean, to be honest, though, there's so many videos that their kids can see. It's not just that video. There's just all these other videos that are there. It doesn't stop at the breakup video. To be honest, the breakup video is probably the least of the worst ones. I mean, the other one, Oscar was saying that he almost broke up with Kira because she didn't let him live her life. And then he broke his back. He, like, admits this. He broke his back, and then it's not that he changed his mind. It's that he couldn't do anything about it because he broke his back and had to rely on Kira to take care of him. And then he had to be a stay-at-home dad during his recovery. He went to a strip club with his friends, and when he said friends, she rolled her eyes. I believe Corinna was there too. Corinna may have been there. I wouldn't be shocked because Corinna did post a reel or whatever, or a clip of Oscar on her stories. So probably, and it's also questionable if like Kwa went too when he's married. I don't know. Super sus. You think she's going to date girls now? I don't know. Maybe. I think Oscar and Kira talked about how they had like a threesome with a female. I don't know. Maybe. If Kira starts her, OF, then yeah, she'll probably start. I don't know if she'll date girls, but is she gonna go from family vlogging to like doing some, you know, sexual things with chicks on her OF. I don't know. It's just so weird, man. I love watching your videos from Israel. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for the support. No, I totally agree. And he said was comforting someone. Or she said was comforting. Yeah, she may have been comforting someone, but there's also a difference between comforting someone and then like flirting with them. So if there was something said that was like sus, then it's understandable. But Oscar also doesn't consider that cheating if she was flirting. But to me, if you're getting married to someone, and I know people's versions are different and whatever, but to me, if I'm not married to Paige, my girlfriend, my partner, but I do consider her my wife. I call her my wife. You guys have heard me call her my wife before. If she flirted with someone else, I would call that cheating. It's emotional cheating, absolutely. And to be honest, in my opinion too, is that, and I know people differ, but in my opinion, there's like emotional cheating is so much different than the physical. Because physical, I mean, it's bad still, but physical is still just like physical. It's just simple stuff, animal stuff, whatever, right? But emotional and mental level is a completely different thing. Hey, Patty. Yeah, emotional cheating. I'm all on board for that. And then you got to think, Oscar's like, okay, well, he doesn't consider that cheating. Okay, well, what do you consider cheating? Because what have you done that you might not consider cheating that other people might? I don't know. It's just weird. My ex did the whole go hook up with other people thing that Kira's doing. It's because he was already doing it and wanted to feel less guilty. Yeah, exactly. And, maybe because Kira talked to some guy to make him feel better. Whatever the hell she did, I don't know. It could have been just because she felt guilty for talking to someone else, but it's still just super strange that she was advocating for him to go do that while literally just breaking up with them. And you would think that after the years and years you've spent together, the life, the fortune, your children, everything, that you would try to make things better. Like, I understand if things, like, you have a fallout, but there's no trying here. And that's okay, because I just personally think that Kira is finito. It's over with. Hey, Fox. Aren't you supposed to be comforting people in a non-friendship way? I mean, like I said, you're not, when you comfort someone, it's like giving them a hug, or, like, hey man, you want to cry on my shoulder, but not like, I don't know what was said. I mean, but it was definitely enough to make Oscar feel insecure or whatever. You said it a while ago that this was coming, came straight from your channel after watching their video. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people called it. I called it. I have a series, and this is gonna be added to the series. I mean, it's like I told you so. I mean, you guys see my community post? The Cronin's gotta be like, damn, Apoc was right, man. You can tell she has been checked out for. Yep, exactly. The breakup was so weird. It was really weird and awkward. It was, I don't know. It was so weird, and it's just like the typical awkwardness that they both do. I want to know what Oscar's mom thinks. Well, she probably thinks that Oscar's an idiot, because to be frank, I think, and I know a lot of people will have this weird idea of Kira. I don't think Kira's a bad person. I think she, sometimes takes on the tendencies of Oscar, and that can be toxic, and I believe Kira has her own toxicities, but I don't think she's the same as Oscar. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think she's a bad mom. She's no Karen. Let's make that clear. She's not Karen at all. And sure, like I said, she has her issues, but I don't think that she was the bad one in this. I think that Oscar was. Normally, a couple should talk pretty early on what they consider cheating for the relationship, right? They were not even on the same page about that. Yeah, no, exactly. And I've said this before, plenty of times, that Oscar and Kira, or even KK and Benji, none of them are ever on the same page. They're always just like, when Oscar and Kira talk about their stuff, and they've done this in, sorry. Damn, tires are blowing up. Oscar and Kira have done this thing, and it's all in all of their videos talking about the relationship or whatever, that they're both never on the same page. Oscar always talked about, or what was it? I think it was in their, mukbang video. I can't remember. It was one of the videos last year. And Oscar was asking Kira, like, what fixed the situation for you? Which, by the way, this was in October. So he's asking her, what fixed the situation? This is not long after all this happened. Or this is right before all this stuff unfolds. And apparently it got fixed. But he asked her, what fixed it for you? And apparently, he didn't know. Like, he didn't know what fixed the situation. Apparently they were, like, working on it, and they worked on it hard the next day or whatever. But he didn't know. He doesn't know what fixed the situation or the relationship for his partner. But Kira knows what fixed it, like, on her end. I don't know. It's just, they're not on the same page. And these come from people who say communication is key. Isn't it so weird that they're going to continue living and vlogging together? I mean, what do they gotta do? I mean, they're kind of linked. I know they're not married, but they're, it's where he lives, they have kids, they share financials in some aspect. So, I think he also did say, like, they're gonna figure out financial stuff and maybe some other stuff after tax season or whatever, but, like, I mean, if they're broken up, I can't imagine he's just gonna be staying there. I think it's just, like, a for now, but let's put that into perspective. That means that she's not going to get back with them, and they're already planning to leave. It's just obvious she is checked out for sure. And that's why it took Oscar so long to accept it and get out of his denial state, because he can't believe Kira actually screwed up. Oscar is way more active on Instagram now. Yes, I definitely believe that too. I've seen that. She basically called him the problem. He is the problem, absolutely. Whenever he says that Kira's the problem, it's just bullshit. He doesn't live his life. Will you be able to turn up your mic once your setup is done? Yeah, well, I'm on my phone right now, so sorry if it's a little down. But don't worry, this is just a BS live for now. I'm making a whole last video about this, so I'll actually be on my computer, on my mic and everything. I know it's kind of low and there's a lot of noise, but this is just all I have for right now. But I will have a video out tomorrow for sure on this situation. Alright, let me scroll back up. Let's see. She took off her ring. Yep. Oscar is way. You don't worry about that. It's crazy they don't have any attraction, but live in the same house. I know. She blames everything on him. I mean, I agree. I mean, like I said, I definitely believe there were things that she did to piss him off, and you can go, like, she was talking to another dude and flirting with another dude, but you gotta look at it. When you're in a relationship with somebody and that person just neglects you and doesn't give you any attention and wants to spend all the time outward, you feel like, what the hell is the point in being together? And then sometimes you stumble upon somebody who gives you the attention, and sometimes it's nice. Not that I'm justifying it, because I do consider it cheating, but in all reality, that's just the reality of the situation. I lost so much respect for Kira from the new video because she was being so cold towards Oscar. The fifth baby comment was out of pocket. I agree, especially because it's like, have you forgotten that you have like scar tissue issues? You were lucky to get your fourth. There was no problem with that. But to be fair, she's checked out, and that's because of Oscar. So it is a little bit cold, but it's not like it's not justified, I guess. Did you guys see the fifth baby? Oh. Sorry, folks. I'm getting lonely, man. He's being parked. Sorry. Alright, there we go. Alright. Her comforting another guy is definitely cheating. If Oscar did that, she would be tripping. Oh, absolutely, and I completely agree with that. I am on board with that. She was talking to him like they are besties, giving him advice on getting a girl. I know, it's just so weird, dude. Especially, like, basically like, oh, we're getting married next year. And then she also, like, for the longest time, she does this thing about how their relationship, like, they're best friends. Like it's always good. You're like, oh, I'm getting married to my best friend, and it wasn't an issue, right? It wasn't an issue at all. Calling him a best friend, but all of a sudden now it's an issue. Super weird. She didn't like him skydiving. No, she didn't, and that's understandable. I mean, you gotta think about it. He has a family, and skydiving can be dangerous. And you know, it can. If I did it, my partner, you know, Paige, she would be filled with anxiety, and every time, you know, every time I would do it, she would be. And he did it a lot. He said he did it 142 times. I think that's a lot. Can't believe they broke up. I mean, I'm shocked still. I think she was definitely considering this when she started OKbaby because she wouldn't let him have any ownership of the company. Maybe, I don't know. Speculation. If Oscar ended it with, she wouldn't be as calm, dead. Yeah, no, I agree. If Oscar did like what Kira did, Kira would be like the same as Oscar, and Oscar would be doing the same thing as Kira. But to be fair, Oscar really isn't sad about the relationship ending. He's just sad what people are going to think of him. He did the same thing when he cut up his son's face with a drone for a vlog filler. He literally was hiding in a room with his daughter away from people and away from the son that he hurt because he was too scared of the consequences, which was just like people calling him dumb. Also from the UK, hi. Hey, what's up, Sam? Oh my god, yes, the Hannah comment was so uncomfortable. Isn't that her friend? Yeah, it is her friend. It's like her best friend. Hey, there you go. Both best friends. There you yeah, the Hannah comment was bad. You can tell Oscar doesn't like the new dynamic. No, because you gotta understand, Kira and the kids were a safety net. Now his safety net is at risk. She didn't like him doing anything though, skydiving, rock climbing, playing video games, and going to the gym. Okay, the Hannah comment was so weird. So I agree, she didn't like anything he was doing, but understand that he was doing a lot of things without his family, enjoying things without his family. If you have a partner, right? It's like I chose to do things, and I took my son, or not even took my son. Let's just say I decided to go do things all on my own, without my partner and my son, and I just left him home and just did what I wanted to do. Like it would, her feelings would be extremely hurt because she would feel like I don't want to hang out with her, and that's what Kira felt, 100%. I mean, him and Hannah and Preston are all friends, so they could talk about issues. Are Kira and Alyssa Rose still friends? Don't see them anymore pretty much. No, I mean, I wouldn't say that there was a fallout like between Karen and Kira, because that's like a whole like miscarriage dynamic. But with Alyssa and Kira, I wouldn't say that they're not friends, but I wouldn't say that they are friends. They're more peers of the same field, I guess I would say, acquaintances. And I do plan on making a video on it, kind of like explaining that a little bit more. But that's for future shit. But Kira always takes trips with her friends without her kids. No, she doesn't. Sometimes she takes trips. When was the last time she took a trip? The last time I remember was last year with the like vlog mom thing. And she may have done another one in between. But there's also a difference between like, Oscar doesn't really take a lot of trips. He takes a few of them a year. But there's a lot of in-between ones where he goes and does things like rock climbing, skydiving, and all this and all that by himself without his family. And you can go, okay, he does, or Kira doesn't like that sort of thing. Okay, that's fine. But here's the issue, is that when you have a family, when you have kids and a potential wife, you sacrifice your own hobbies and your own selfishness to do things with them. Like, he can go to, like, Bullwinkles or something, or some other amusement park with his kids and have a blast, but he doesn't want to do that because guess what? He would not have fun. This reminds me of my partner's dad. They would all go to Disneyland, and all he would want to do is go to the bar and drink. They would have beers on standby just in case he got mad. That is literally the same thing as Oscar. Oscar he didn't want to hang out with his daughter. Oscar is the same thing. Doesn't want to hang out with his daughters or his son or any of that. Or Kira, he wants to be by himself or do it with other people. It's hard for mostly early 20s men to put their own interests aside. Again, you can base that all upon immaturity and whatnot, and I agree. But again, if you're a real man and you create a life with someone and you have kids, then you need to grow the hell up. Because the reality of it is that he's risking his life for what? For nothing. For nothing. He's doing stuff that's putting his own life at risk because he just wants to do that. And I get the adrenaline rush, but damn, dude, you have children. You have children. You have children. Let's see. Yeah, Nashville was technically a business. What do you mean by that, Fox? What do you mean by business? I mean, if you're talking about how they fake the kidnapping for clout, then absolutely. Oscar usually is home with the kids when Kira's out. You were wrong. And if you're referring to Kira going out to like work at her business, then that doesn't count at all. You are dead wrong. Got here, somebody please update me. Well, if you haven't got the clue, OKbaby posted a video about them breaking up, and Apoc called it. And hi, I'm Apoc. Karina and other hot chicks were in Karen's house for New Year's. Yeah, so, who knows what Oscar did? He just found out he was broken up, so he went to strip clubs with whoever and hung around all these other girls. And it's just, I don't know, for me, if I was in that situation and I got broken up with, I would want to try to figure things out instead of going, man, I'm hurt. I'm going to go do these things that are going to make me look bad. No, but she usually takes trips to New York, Nashville, and Oscar is at home taking care of the kids. Let's also make one thing clear about that. Oscar, she doesn't go on all these trips all the time. And Oscar, when he's home with the kids, you notice the videos they were posting, like all through last year, was Oscar's first. It was Oscar's first time hanging out with the children. And that was even after his back broke. So Oscar doesn't really stay home and watch the kids. Plus, they always have people watch them. All the time. They have people who hold a damn vlog camera for them. It is not the same. My husband became a father at 20. It was hard, but I can't imagine him doing half the shit Oscar does. Yeah, absolutely. I think she was just giving him advice because she's been done and also was trying to show she's ready to be with other people and promote a podcast. I don't know, it's weird as fuck, but I think they were both over it. Well, I agree because I think it's like here's like, hey, well, here's your advice for other girls because I'm done with you and you need to move on. I definitely got that energy too. But even if you are in a relationship, surely you are allowed to be independent and do your own things. Absolutely. And I completely agree with that. But both have to be able to do that. And then on top of that, here's the thing, is that there's a difference between doing independent things, going to the gym, going rock climbing and stuff like that. But then there's a whole different ballgame where you go skydiving 142 times. Once or twice, okay. But also, like, your hobbies, because when you're in a relationship, yes, you can be independent, but your hobbies shouldn't fill your partner with anxieties and stress. And jumping out of planes is definitely going to do that, because if something, God forbid, if something happened to Oscar during a skydiving accident or something, Kira would be left alone with 4 children to take care of. So imagine that sort of stress. So when you're in a relationship, yes, you can be independent, and you should be, but you should also be allowed to do independent things because Oscar does more independent things than Kira, and Kira gets left home. I don't care what other people say that that's not true and they think it's the other way around. It is not the other way around at all. Oscar goes on way more trips. Oscar's been to Florida 3 times. Kira's not gone once in years. And then Oscar also went to Texas with Guav. And then in between all that, where did Kira go? What'd she do? She went to New York and Tennessee, whatever. Okay. But aside from trips, let's talk about like what happens within just in their area. Oscar's the one that always goes out. But again, they don't even take care of their own children. They have other people do that for them. They have people hold the camera for them. I'm just referring to now, it doesn't matter how many kids they have. I'm referring to. Oscar just threatened, not that long ago, when Kira bought the cats behind his back, that he can go back to skydiving. That's based around now when she has 4 children. So he threatened to go back to jumping off of planes, feeling her anxiety, to spite her. He says he'll stop filtering himself out. That means he would want to do that because she bought cats. And yes, she shouldn't have done that, but that doesn't mean he should be vindictive and go, well, now that you got that, I'm gonna stop filtering myself. I'm gonna start jumping out of planes because those are two comparable situations. Not at all, man. No. You can only voice what's making you upset so many times before you check out emotionally. I agree, Heather. But vacationing in Disney alone all the time. Let's see. Well, also let's keep in mind when Kira goes to like Disney, she goes with her kids, you know, and then you got Oscar, who always goes off and does things on his own. I bet Karen is happy she's not the center of the conversation this time. Yeah. Well, to be real, I actually like want to pull back from KK and Baby J. Like, of course, there's just so many things I can talk about with them. It's like endless. It's insane. But I want to start talking about other people. I got another video on El Darby and their apology coming. This OKbaby stuff's kind of highly requested. So I got your boy got to throw it out. But KK and Baby J is boring, man. Do you have the live where Oscar and Kira argue? No, I don't actually. I showed a clip. There's like a very small clip that still exists where it's Kira yelling at Oscar, saying that she's sick of him treating him like dirt, or that she's sick of him treating her like dirt. And I've shown that on my channel plenty of times, and it still exists. It's not like one of those everybody or everything wrong with OKbaby part videos that are on YouTube. But that's it. But the rest of the live is gone, unfortunately. Really wish I got my hands on that one. Also thought it was weird that she made the money comment saying that he hasn't made any money. I don't recall that one. But if we're being real, Kira and the kids make the money. Which video did you put it in? I want to see. I put it in a lot. I mean, there's some other ones. I can't remember which one it was, but just go spam my OKbaby content. There's one video where I just like constantly put it in. Are Karen and Kira still friends? Nope. I feel like Kira shifted a lot when she became friends with Hannah. It's like everyone else is out of the picture. That friendship won't last. Well, Kira is also like a friendship hopper. She'll go from Karen to Alyssa to Hannah, and someone else will be next. Who knows? Karen and Kira haven't been friends in years. Agreed, Heather. I see them losing a lot more subs now. They've been being a family. Was their concept. Exactly. They built their entire name off of being a family, and maybe that's why Kira's deciding to kind of be like more confident in her body and maybe starting an OF or whatever, because she wants to explore outward, because she wants to build her own image, I guess. But it's only going to go so far. I mean, she does have her foot in the door, but it's not going to make what they were having before. If they continue down this path, OKbaby will not last forever. I'm not talking about the relationship. I'm talking about the name. The name will crumble. The channel will fail. Everything. This is off topic, but I saw that Kira doesn't follow Kyla on Instagram anymore, who was like her best friend. I don't know anything about that. I do know some stuff about Kira and Kyla and like some personal stuff. I can't say anything. Promised I wouldn't. So I'm not going to go any further with that. But let me say this right now. It is messed up. The whole comment section was messes too. People were putting the blame on Kira. People love to put the blame on Kira. And that's the thing, is it's because there's always been this perception of Oscar that he's been this great and grand dude, right? That he's just this amazing guy and that there's nothing wrong with him. And Kira is at fault for that because she literally was the one that helped create that facade. She literally was. And since she did that, Oscar gets away with being this person that's amazing, and people think that Kira is the asshole. And I'm not saying Kira is perfect, but what I'm saying is people have this weird perception that Kira is the bad one in this, and she's not. How do you know she moved with a different? No one says she moved in with a different man. We're saying that she talked to a different man. Why do they have to keep saying there was no cheating? Because they want to pretend like that one, what Kira did wasn't messed up, and Oscar's perception of cheating is retarded. Or sorry, not retarded. Sorry for the word. Is dumb. You seem to be on Kira's side, but she's definitely a lot at fault. Yeah, well, Kira, like I said, I think she has her own issues 100%, but you gotta understand that Kira is she had so much grief from Oscar over the years, and that could be why Kira was controlling. You gotta understand, if you have a partner and they're constantly going outward and doing things without you, and they want you to stick to them, they want some attention, they're gonna be clingy and they're gonna try to control it because they want you to be a present partner and father. We don't know the whole situation. They're only giving us what they want to tell us. They won't give us the full scoop. I agree the audio is very low. Sorry about the audio in this. I'm on my phone. I'm in a different situation. So this is just a easy little live I'm doing to talk to you guys. But I will be putting out a video tomorrow on the situation. A full-fledged video. It's going to be a slapper. Remember when she used to bite the Levi when she was anxious? They need to... yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. That was really weird messed up. I don't know what that was. What? Only thing she has... yeah, I know. The OF stuff is super weird. I feel like in the video they tried to blame things on each other or say reasons, but it was very confusing. Yeah, it was very confusing because one had a different side and the other one had the other. They didn't talk. They don't talk. They don't conversate, which again, like I said earlier, is super weird for people who apparently have like communication, but they don't. Let's scroll up. Kira wants to start. Kira started. No, she hasn't started one. She's planning on starting one. She's probably going to. Gross, by the way. I don't have an issue with people who do that, but when you base your entire name off of children and then you go do that, it's disgusting. Let's see. Why are you wearing the mask? The audio is shit. Sorry about the audio. Again, wearing a mask because I don't want to show my face. And again, I'll be putting out a video tomorrow. Sorry about the audio. To be honest, after this live goes up, what I can do is I'll take it off. I'll download it and I'll boost the audio. How about that? That way it's a little bit better. Okay, I think the kids at such a young age influenced the relationship. They did have time to build it. They just want young. Yeah, no, I want young life. I agree. They aren't even on the same. Nope. There's videos of them together that they just made them seem so off. Yep. I can barely hear you. Okay. Let me let me see if I can like scoot a little bit closer. How that? Is that better? Hello? Hello? Better? Get a little closer. The video was very... let's see. The video was very necessary. The situation seems very raw. They don't even know what's going on themselves. Wouldn't be surprised if they sorted the relationship. Okay. That's so much better. Good. Okay, cool. Sorry. I was just... yeah, they got together when they were with other people. I don't remember. I don't know. They kept talking about the breakup as if it happened a long time ago, but Kiara broke up with him 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's a little weird. They do kind of like suggest that it's kind of like a while ago, but then like Oscar says while he was in Florida, I think. I don't know that, or maybe right before he got to Florida, that she just broke up with him and that's why he went to a strip club. I don't know. The video is not clear. I'm just really worried about the kids and what they will think. Oh yeah, it's sad. I don't like that. She broke up with him on a family vacation. Yeah, maybe. I also thought it was strange no one wanted to get married. I think Oscar proposed to her because she almost forced him. Yeah, I mean, she like begged for an engagement ring. She like it wasn't like, and even the engagement itself was planned. She knew about it. I think she picked out the ring too. That's super weird, but um, she it was definitely like a forced situation, and he never wanted to marry her. And go figure, all this happens like roughly a year, but right before they get married. They said the day after Christmas, less than 2 weeks. Yep. Who does? What's happening between Karen and Kira? They're not friends. That's just about it. She literally said they have nothing in common. How sad, 7 years together and nothing to talk about. Yeah, exactly. Yet again, last year she talks about how lucky she is to find somebody like him that's his best friend and blah blah blah. By the way, you can be with somebody and have like nothing in common. I mean, you don't have to enjoy the same things, but she was saying stuff about how she feels like he would be happier with someone else who would enjoy those things. I'm like, but when you're with somebody and you choose to have a family with them, you put that aside for the better good of the children and the relationship too. He had committed issues before the engagement. Man probably won't ever get married. Nope, he doesn't want to get married. Doesn't want to be tied to them because it will screw his wallet. I never realized so many people watched them though. Wow, look at us, 150 people. Hey, we're at 164 now. It's awesome. That's why I wanted to hop on this live, because it was fresh and I knew we can get like some good conversations going. And thanks to all who are here and supporting this live, and we can have good conversations. And I know that the audio is a little wonky and the camera, I know the live's a little weird, but I'm going to be making a full video tomorrow, or it will be pushed out tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'm going to work hard to get it out. But it will be a good video, so stay tuned for that one if you guys want to watch that, because it's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. I agree. You don't have to be with someone who has interest in the same activities. You can find different activities to do together and independently. Yeah, it's kind of sad when you're with somebody and you can't have fun with them like at all. And that's just definitely what it was. And you're telling me you don't like going to Disney with your family? Because that's what it was. I mean, I remember when it was roughly around when Kira, it was like her birthday present. It was Oscar gave her a present to go to Disney, but he just like dumped her off at Disney with the kids and went skydiving with his dad or somebody else. So it's kind of like he can't even have fun at Disney with his family. There's a difference between having your hobbies and being like, oh, I enjoy this, and she can't. She doesn't like it, so she doesn't go. But he literally doesn't want to do anything with them. The comment she made about Fifth Baby was so weird, especially since she made him get a vasectomy. Yeah, well, I mean, she was saying that based around having another one with someone else. But that's still super weird, because I just don't understand it, because she had an issue with her fourth baby. She was a high risk pregnancy because she's a C-section mom. So does she really think she can have another one? She's putting her body through a lot, and it's highly irresponsible to do that, to risk another miscarriage. It's disgusting. Like, I get it, you want another baby, but you're risking it all for that baby fever. It's gross. Disney isn't fun. I don't know. I haven't been to Disney for a long time. To be honest, I probably haven't been to Disney since before Oscar and Kira were born, believe it or not. I'm an old guy. Let's see. See, Oscar is a adventurous person, and Kira was controlling and was trying to keep up with what's that? Joneses. They never paired well, and he also took advantage of her. I agree, and they even admitted that if it wasn't for the kids, they probably wouldn't be together. Do you remember the Instagram fight? That's when I think it started going downhill, honestly. To be honest, I think it went downhill before then, but definitely when there was more money and power involved, They definitely are hiding a lot. I agree. They're only telling us what they want to tell us. Remember, Kira has stated before that the beauty of YouTube is that you can edit and cut things out that they don't want you to see. They only show us what they want to show us. These are their words. She keeps saying the ring. Let's see. I think she's been pregnant the whole relationship. and now that she's done with, she wants to live in her 20s. Well, that's the thing is like Oscar gets to go out and do all these things while Kira stays home. And again, I don't care what any of you guys say. I don't care if you think that it's the other way around because it's not true. It's there in the content. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why get the vasectomy? He got the vasectomy because he didn't want any more children. He's the one that didn't want any more children. Kira was talking about having another kid, and he didn't want any more, so he got a vasectomy not to have any more. They said that the baby was a makeup baby. Yes, because they had a miscarriage, and when you have a miscarriage, you want another baby. That's what happened to me. I lost my son at 30 weeks, stillborn, and me and my partner wanted to have another baby because that's just how it works. I mean, we got a puppy in the in-between times until her healed, and then we had a baby afterwards. Okay, she said she wanted him to sleep with a stripper or something so fishy. I don't know. She knew that it wasn't going to last, so she made him get a vasectomy instead of getting her tube side, so she could be the only baby mama. Well, I wouldn't say that. She was saying that she wanted 6 children, and this was before she had her high-risk pregnancy with the 4th baby and before her miscarriage. And she stated that she wanted, she didn't want her choices to have another baby ripped away from her because Oscar was the one that didn't want to have any children. But I do find it interesting that when she was talking about that, she said that, well, if I'm not gonna have a baby with you, then maybe I'll have it with someone else. Basically, she was like implying that. You hit the nail on the head. Nikki, where's Nikki? What did Nikki say? Did I already read it? Oh yeah, I already read that. Yes, Nikki did. Let's see. Make a baby because they were on the verge of breaking up. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's why they want a baby. Aside from clout chasing, maybe they, some people think that a baby can fix the relationship, but that's never the case. It's kind of like Karen and Qual thinking that having a baby is going to fix their channel. It's not going to happen. I honestly think he can do fine if he starts his own YouTube channel. He already had a YouTube channel and it flopped and he deleted it. He is very adventurous and people love to watch other people's lives. No, like I said, he had a channel already based around like helping others and doing adventures and stuff, but it flopped and that's why he deleted it. I made a video on it and I don't know, go watch my video I made on his channel. It's gone now though. Okay. I think she's having trouble letting the dream of 6 children go. Oscar doesn't want any more kids, and so she doesn't want to be with Oscar. That's kind of hit or miss because, like I said, she had her, maybe before she knew about her issue, but she has the scar tissue because she's a C-section mom. So if she has a baby, it may not be too good for her. Okay, but who didn't see this coming? Exactly, Jamie. We all did, to be honest. I called this shit a while ago, but boy, man, like, so did everyone else. Do you think the same thing will happen to KK and Baby J? What, divorce or something? Breaking up? I don't know, maybe. I mean, there's been times that are like, I've seen them be like rocky or whatever, and they've talked about it, or I don't know. Who knows? I have no clue. But here's the thing, is that like the difference between like Kira and Karen is that Kira actually works while Karen doesn't. Karen doesn't do anything. So Oscar and Kira splitting up isn't a big deal because Kira can make money. If Karen and Qual broke up, Karen wouldn't make any money. Qual would be the breadwinner. Yes, definitely don't think KK and J will last. Maybe, I don't know. I think the same will happen to Karen and Qual. Karen won't even call this baby her last. Qual only wanted 2 kids. She'll try for a girl again. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, yeah, exactly, because she, hasn't, doesn't actually have any miscarriage issues. But it is kind of weird that those two aren't on the same page, much like Oscar and Kira. Like, Karen will say, like, I don't know if this is my last baby, even though she apparently had 4 miscarriages last year and was apparently lucky with this one. But she can go ahead and predict that she'll have another one. But Qual says that, yes, this is definitely the last one. So it's like, they're not even on the same page and they never talk about things together. I just realized that since their relationship has been rough these past few months, she hasn't been talking a lot. She's been talking a lot about OF. Yep. a way she can make money easily without Oscar, because it is an easy thing. It's like living on recruit mode. Every excuse in the book for Kira's behaviors. No grace for Oscar. I hope they take some time off the internet and focus on their children. She's just bored and wants to spice up her personal life. Sad. I agree, but there's no excuse for some of Kira's behaviors. But I will say that when you're with a narcissistic sociopath, you do pick up tendencies of them, and it becomes very toxic. But watch, they break up, and you won't see that toxicity from Kira anymore. You'll just see it with an Oscar, if he stays on social media. Do you think that the way Kira acts has anything to do with trauma? Her dad did not seem like a good person. She says she has trauma. I don't know much about that. She hasn't dived into that, so I actually don't know. But it could. Trauma definitely affects you later in life. Everyone's seen this coming. Yep. What about them moving to California or wherever? They moved to California because they apparently were like insurance issues, but it actually like was weird, and because what they said wasn't like true. And then they sold their home because they wasted a lot of money. Kira is so hypocritical. She is talking about her great sex life in her podcast. Yep. And in today's video, she said she didn't have sex with him in 2 months and more. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm talking about. You don't know everything that she says. And it's weird because she'll say these things about how a great relationship she has with Oscar and how they have a great sex life, but then admits that they don't actually have sex. So it's just so ass backwards, man. It's so ass backwards. She was so quick to point out all of the things Oscar did wrong, almost bashing him, where Oscar just sat there for the whole video, not saying much. Okay, well, so here's the thing. You gotta understand. That's because Oscar actually did shit. Kira, sure, I will say she's done some stuff, but not enough to merit anything. I mean, like, when you talk about, like, her talking to another dude, yes, okay. But Oscar's the one that has done a lot of things to cause problems in the relationship. He sits there because he has nothing to say. All he'll do is be very vague and say she did things that upset him, but he can't actually name them off because there's nothing aside from this one incident. I think she will want him back later too, but he's like, hell no. I think that's the other way around. I think she lied about her great life with Oscar because she's jealous of Hannah doing better. I don't know. And why do they still live together? Because their like financials and stuff are tied. Yeah, relationships aren't just between the sheets. Exactly. What about the guy that Kira was comforting? I don't know. She didn't really dive too much deep into that. I just think it's emotional cheating. Yeah, Oscar said she did things that weren't cheating, but she did things. I agree. Where did they announce their breakup? On the channel. I thought Hannah was her BFF, and then come to find out the whole video Hannah was comforting Oscar about something and Kira was suspicious. What? I think you're a little confused. I don't remember that. I believe she cheated as well. Yep. She did cheat emotionally because Oscar mentions a guy in the video that she was helping. Yep. I think it's weird that it seems like Oscar was the one that didn't want to get married. Now Kira is the one who wanted to leave. I know, it's like it's just so ass backwards from what they presented online, huh? I'm sure your fiance not want to get married takes a toll. Yeah, exactly. She did say that about Hannah. I don't think the whole living together thing will work, honestly. Too much can go wrong too easily. Yeah. No, I mean, again, it's probably just like a for now situation, but eventually Oscar's probably gonna he's probably gonna bounce. I think she did because she's telling Oscar to clarify that she didn't cheat, but then she brings out him talk to Hannah about and comforting another guy. Yeah, she said Oscar comforted Hannah. I gotta watch the video again. Again, I didn't watch it all. Watch kind of skim through it, but I have it fully recorded. And again, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna push out a video tomorrow on it, so I'll have full clarification of everything that's said. They're not content, always changing stuff. They need to settle. It's at the end. Them continuing to live together is a bad idea. Agreed, but what are you gonna do? You know, how are you not gonna watch the whole video? Again, I skimmed through it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I recorded and was kind of like listening to it. But when I make videos, I kind of just I don't even really watch them until the editing process. I get the idea of them, I'll skim through them, and then I'll watch the whole thing as I'm editing to get a full grand scope of it all. I kind of got like a summary of the video. Who do you think's in the wrong? How about I state that in my video? You guys will know who I think is in the wrong in the video. I mean, if I haven't expressed it already, I'll express it tomorrow. I'm in an 8-year relationship, and I would never say the things that Kira said to Oscar's face, laughing, by the way, so disrespectful. Hey, like I said, you don't know what the other end looks like. What did Oscar say to Kira that made her so content with doing that? I mean, remember, we caught a clip of her screaming at Oscar saying he treats her like dirt. And also saying that she's terrified of him and his reaction and she's scared of him. Like, that's there. That's online. So imagine what's behind the camera. Why is he wearing it? Because he can. Karen and Koala took sides so quick, left my ass off. Yeah, that's because Karen doesn't like Kira. I don't think Koala really cares, but Karen does. Well, Kira's already processed everything. Just a couple years. Yep. Their breakup video did not even explain why they broke up or made it clear. I agree with that. Like, again, I got a summary of it, but from what I heard, they didn't actually like clarify what actually caused anything. It just seemed like maybe it was just because of the buildup. I feel like they just were going back and forth about past events that bothered her. Yep. I feel like she found someone else. Maybe, I don't know. The way she was trying to push Oscar to sleep with someone else to find someone else, and that could just because she could feel guilty, or maybe she found someone. I don't know. That's usually the case. If somebody pushes you like that, they usually found someone else, or they're talking to someone else at least. She doesn't want to get slack for moving on so fast, so she wants him to do as well. Yep. Whose side did Kira and Koala take? I mean, I don't even know if they took sides. It should just be like Oscar went there, you know. Karen definitely don't like, Karen definitely don't like Kira though. Oh my God, what? Karen doesn't like Kira? I know, shocker, right? They literally fought in the breakup video. Kira constantly yelled at him, and she was just what happened. I feel bad for him. You don't know what's on the other end. Maybe Kira is even bi. I don't know. I'm getting those vibes from her reaction. Yeah, maybe. Kira's in the wrong. She felt like this for a year, had a baby, and made him have a procedure. Oscar looked pain and even said in the video that this was his first time hearing that some of this. Yeah, no, agreed. But this is all also like back and forth. They both do the same things to each other. That's why they're so toxic, because they both never talk or communicate, and they just like find out new things about each other. It's so weird. No, I know what you meant, Allison. Can you breathe, man? Can you breathe well in that mask? Yeah, there's no thing. It's it doesn't really like suction around my face. They don't know how to communicate. Consoling wouldn't even help. Yep, agreed. Well, guys, remember Oscar was originally dating Kira's best friend, so I guess she's been messy from day one. Oh, man. Kira is definitely having a face. Maybe, did they go to marriage counseling? I don't know, I think so, right? I don't remember. I think there was something with that. Couple counseling, I don't know, maybe. She said yes to his proposal. She knew his faults when she said yes, but now it's all of a sudden over. You know, when you're with someone and you want to be with them and you want to love them and even deal with their crap, you'll do anything for that. Especially like if he doesn't give her like the love and attention that she wanted from him, and she's like begging him for it. Like, yeah, that's definitely would be the case. Yeah, he was never a best friend. Oh boy. What are your opinions on giving children electronics? I saw in the OKbaby Break Christmas vlog that Jackson got an iPhone, a gaming desktop, and already has an iPad. When it comes to that, I think you should limit kids on it. That's my own personal opinion. I don't really care if a kid has a tablet to like watch cartoons on or something like that. But like when my son turns 5 or 6, he's not gonna have a whole house like gaming PC setup. You know, he might have a Nintendo Switch or something, but like he's not gonna casually play it all day. Let me tell you, because that's not how it works. And I don't play that. I keep watching this, going to their video, and then going back to here and say another thing. I'm like, you get it, Allison. Again, I'm gonna put another video out tomorrow, really breaking this video down. So feel free to collect your thoughts and then express yourself on there. I think she was too calm about things. She's delusional to think things will be all smooth after this. She's acting like they don't have 4 kids. They're going to be hella affected by this. I am all 100% on board with that thought. If Oscar is so abusive, why does she want him as a best friend and letting him stay in the house and around the kids? It doesn't make sense to me. Oscar is more like emotionally abusive. I'm not saying he like puts his hands on anyone, and it's because he's the father of the children. She's dealt with it for years. And it's also Stockholm syndrome when you're in those sort of relationships. You'll deal with a lot of crap, and she won't have to deal with it. She won't have to deal with it anymore. I mean, she's not with him. I don't think they will bother Kira until Oscar finds someone around their kids with him. Yeah, I agree, and vice versa. They released the video too soon. Oscar looks like he's barely processing the whole thing. Yeah, and that's because he can't believe Kira stood up to him for months. All of the hate videos I thought were mean, but now I see it. Now I see the toxicity. That's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, it's not even hate videos. It's just criticism. I mean, I'm not usually one to talk about someone's relationship unless I see toxicity in it and they're promoting it to little kids, telling them that this is healthy and this should be the example. And then here we are, showing that everything Kira said about their relationship was a lie. Something that says hopefully the truth will come out soon. Yep. I think she's going to regret this choice, and Oscar is not going to accept to come back to her. Maybe. Who knows? They can file a text next month. I think they will get back together only because she'll get bored and want back. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if they're gonna get back together. It sounds like she's done, but it could just be like this, like relief that she's like done with him or whatever. But to be honest, who knows? Who knows? She'll probably get back with him. I think so. But Oscar will want to take the kid to California with his mom, and Kira will freak out. No, I don't agree. I know they can file, but like as far as taxable income, they just started a week ago. Someone is snoring in the back. Oh, that's my dog. Sorry, you hear someone snoring? It's my dog. I got 2 dogs behind me. They're sleeping. People like you and Sloan and Dad Jones podcast like Trisha help me open my eyes on these YouTubers and their exploitation on the kids is disgusting. Thank you. No problem with it. But here on my channel, we don't talk about like curtains. Like I'm not throwing any shade at you, but I don't like DCP and I don't like Sloan either. You just go to my other videos if you didn't see it. But DCP thinks talking about how like Just Fam bakes cookies helps child exploitation, but no. But I'm glad your eyes have been opened. If DCP helps your eyes be open in some form, okay, fine. And it's not the same. But we different out here. Does anyone know why Karen unfollowed Kira? Because she doesn't like her. I think it's good for both of them. They are so young and need to do the young 20s thing. I wish they would have thought of that before having all the kids. Yeah, but you know, what about clout? They need that money, you know? I wonder why Karen has unfollowed. Yeah, I just said that. No, actually, Oscar helped a lot with kids. What, when he broke his back when he was forced to stay home? Oscar admitted to being selfish in the past. Yep, exactly. He fixed that. I wouldn't say that. If you actually watch their vlogs, he was the stay-at-home dad while Kira was always at the warehouse. I like how you put that in quotations, but she was actually working. If she didn't work, her business would have flopped like kick-ass. The relationship between Kira and Kira has always been so awkward to watch. Yep. Kid just babies. No, he'd wake up early for a mountain bike ride, but not his own kids. Yep. I remember watching a vlog. I remember watching one of their vlogs seeing Oscar make himself food and sit down and eat while his family has nothing on their plates. That is who Oscar is. And he still is like that, 100%. No, that's all for money. He helped out making sure he was on videos. Kids, yes. Babies, no. He wake up. Yeah, they made a video in the past saying that they have been they have separate bank accounts and more money goes to Oscar, which is weird because Kiara started the channel. You don't think Oscar will want to have? You don't think Oscar will want to have the kids with him? No, I think not living. They're not going to be living with him. Like if he moves out, they're going to be with Kiara. He doesn't want that. No, he doesn't want that. He does not want that. And it's clear. Their breakup is honestly for the best. I agree. Both faults for sure. 100%. I was 15 with my relationship started, and we always had to space to express ourselves. They based their whole personality on each other and not communicating. That led to fights and breakups. Hey, that's good. I agree. Alright, let me scroll up. Can we see your dog? Well, I'm kind of like stationed in. Maybe next time. They're kind of just like, they're out. My cats are back there too. Maybe next time. I'm like I said, I don't want to mess anything up here. But I do have I actually have 5 dogs and 2 cats. 2 Great Pyrenees / lab mixes, Springer Spaniel / chocolate lab mix, an American Bully, and a German Shepherd / Husky mix. So I have a lot of mixed dogs, and then my 2 other cats are like big old fat tabbies. Where did you get the glasses / face cover? I got from Amazon. I don't know. Just type in like visor glasses or something. I don't know. But I got it from Amazon. It was like 20 bucks. Oscar seems unaware that he was abusive, or that he has abusive tendencies. Yeah, sure. They're going to make a Q&A about their split. So weird. Did they say that? God. Gotta monetize it, you know? You know, private things in private moments. Maybe because you're masked and just show your lips because we can hear you better. Yeah, again, easy live. Sorry the audio is whack. We'll figure something else out. I'm putting out a new video tomorrow. So, just wait for that. Why are you not showing your face? Because I don't want to. There's weirdos online and I realized that later, so. I don't really want to show my face anymore. Maybe I will choose to do it later. I don't know. For now, this is what I'm comfortable with. I think they're both abusive. Kira is narcissistic. I think Oscar's narcissistic. Both abusive. Both abusive. I can get down with, but the narcissism comes from Oscar. Kira could have some narcissistic tendencies, sure, but that doesn't make her a narcissist. Tendencies are different. Oscar's full blown. I thought they were actually really good parents for being teams. The only problem I thought was that Levi, bring milk during sleep? Doesn't that rotten baby's teeth? I don't know. My son just downs milk, man. Over with. Do you think Karen will say anything about the breakup? Probably not. It's not really her business. I feel like, I feel for the kids. My parents are divorced and it hurts so much. Imagine when they'll get older and they'll see that video, their mother encouraging their father to sleep with other girls. So sad. Yeah, that's a good point, man. Did anybody else notice the hole in the door on Kira's Insta story? No. Maybe I'll look at that. Maybe Oscar punched a hole in the wall. Or not. I don't know. Or the door. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm going to go get started on that video. You guys are going to really, really like the video. So, I'm going to go get started on it. Does anyone else have any final thoughts before I dip out? Everyone talks crap about Karen, but let's be real. She'll try to make her relationship work as her relationship had issues before. And Any proof of that? Because I don't really think so. This is actually confirmed. But anyways, any final thoughts? I'm about to go because I want to go work on this video for you guys because I'm excited to get it out. Not that I'm excited for like 2 people breaking up and a family being ruined. That's not the point. The point is to show that, you know, that all of this just aged like milk. You know, it's just insane. But yeah, no problem. I'm glad I got to do this live. I actually wanted to do a reaction video instead, but this is what I did for now. But thank you all for joining the live. Thanks for your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna have another video tomorrow. You'll enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Maybe I'll do another live soon. I don't know, but I'll see you guys later. I gotta figure out how to exit that.